Princess Catherine has been on a long trip. She has been from the streets of St. Andrews to the halls of Kensington Palace. She has always worn the right makeup. Royal Princess Catherine used to study art history at the University of St. Andrews before she became a princess. First, we were friends for more than a year. After that, it just kind of grew from there. At the time, Catherine's makeup had a natural, easy look to it. In the early 2000s, thin eyebrows were in style, and Catherine kept hers thin and well-groomed. She wasn't afraid to use tweezers either, just like most women of that time. It was hard to tell what kind of makeup she was wearing, and her skin looked healthy and shiny. She also had a light blush on, but it wasn't heavy or visible. Same was true for coloring and bronzers. They were all used lightly. Catherine's eye makeup was the only thing that wasn't like this. She used a lot of black eyeliner back then, and she often followed it up with mascara. Catherine didn't think of herself as a public person at this time, as shown by how simple her makeup routine was. She was only dating William, so it was clear that she didn't want to be in the news too much. Princess Catherine did her own makeup for her 2011 wedding, which was a bit of a surprise. At least she talked to a beauty artist before the wedding to get tips on how to do it right. Working with bridal beauty artist Arabella Preston to get those thick eyebrows, dramatic eye makeup, smooth skin, and pink lips. Elsa McCallonan, a beauty writer for the Daily Mail, said that Catherine didn't shine too much on her wedding day, which is something that many women worry about. McCallonan also said Kate's skin had just the right amount of gleam under the bright lights in Westminster Abbey. There was no shimmer or shine, and that's probably because the oiliest parts of her skin were lightly dusted with the finest powder. With pink cheeks, full dark lashes, and bright skin, Catherine looked like the perfect bride thanks to the way she put on her makeup. Princess Catherine changed the way she put on her eyeliner, which was one of the biggest changes to her makeup look. She was known for putting a lot of kohl makeup on her upper and lower lash lines before this. A lot of people didn't understand this choice because it looked very gothic on the normally pretty and shy princess. My life is a dark room. In 2011, famous fashion designer Vivienne Westwood told the Sunday Times magazine, "I think she's having trouble with her eye makeup. She looks tough because of the line around her eyes. She should either be smudged or not wear any." Victor and Rolf, two designers, also said something about Catherine's eyeliner in 2011. "We'd like to see her with different hair and makeup," they said. "Not as much makeup and hair. And hair would make her look even more beautiful." As soon as Catherine heard this, she changed her eyeliner, so it looks like she did too. She used a much lighter hand and smudged out the product under her eyes instead of drawing a strong line. Sometimes she didn't even put any under eyeliner on at all. Princess Catherine started using fake tans and bronzers soon after her wedding. In pictures taken in 2012, she looked much tanner than she had in earlier pictures. There were bound to be a lot of news stories about how to get Kate Middleton's tan during this time. She takes very good care of her skin, so a light sheer self-tan on top is all she needs for a polished glow, tan expert James Harknett told the Daily Mail. Harknett also said that Catherine didn't keep putting on more and more color. Instead, she let her tanner fade naturally. "That's why it looked so natural," he told her. "The trick is to moisturize a lot in the morning and evening and exfoliate with the body brush. Let the color fade all the way before spraying on something new." When Catherine tans and puts on blush and powder, she often has to walk a fine line. She's naturally pretty fair, so color stands out a lot on her face. Anyone will be able to tell that she hollowed out her cheeks with just a hint of contouring. That being said, she might look dead if she doesn't use any blush or bronzer. That's really cool. Wow, good job to both of you. I'm actually pretty upset. It's really cool. Every time Princess Catherine starts a new part of her life, she seems to change how she wears her makeup. So, it looked like she changed her beauty routine again when she and Prince William had kids. Catherine's base tones looked more brown and gold before she got pregnant. She sometimes got a spray tan, which made this look even better, but she stopped getting them when she got pregnant. A source told the Daily Mail in 2013 that this was a sign that she was giving birth. After all, women who are pregnant shouldn't get them. A source said that Kate's quick cancellation of her spray tans in October was the first sign that she was going to have a baby. She has a woman who visits Kensington Palace, but she always makes sure there isn't too much of it. Catherine had a new color scheme when she had her kids because she didn't have her beloved tan to give her that golden base. It was a little pinker and rosier. At this point in time, she was proud of her naturally pale skin and wore pink blush and soft salmon-colored lips. Catherine's makeup was less dramatic than what people had seen before, which marked her shift into motherhood. As soon as she got engaged and became famous, Princess Catherine had thick eyebrows that went well with her dark hair. Around 2015, though, people noticed that Catherine had changed how she did her eyebrows. Many said she was too harsh with them. This was the time when Catherine's brows were fuller and thicker, but they didn't look natural. This was unusual for a queen who usually kept her makeup pretty simple. Yeah, it was like her eyes were no longer moving and arched. Instead, they made her look older because they were big and fake. Nicole Plain, founder of the brow brand Brow, told the Daily Mail in 2016, "She's worn way too much brow makeup without blending. Her brow should draw attention to her beautiful, delicate features, not take away from them." Catherine may have taken off her dark eyebrows after reading what people were saying online. She still keeps them well defined, but she doesn't squeeze them in as tightly as she used to. The opening of No Time to Die took place at London's Royal Albert Hall in September 2021. Princess Catherine and Prince William were there. You have a lot of time. Catherine wore a Jenny Patcham gold dress that sparkled for the event. There were many things I liked about this outfit, but Catherine's makeup stood out. The bold bronze look she went for was very different from the simpler makeup styles she had been wearing before. Laura Kay, a beauty artist, told the Daily Mail what made Catherine's makeup stand out at this event. Kate has used a bronze cream highlighter to shape the length of her face by highlighting the top of her forehead, below her chin, her jawline, her cheekbones, and her temples to sculpt and add depth, she said. To finish off her look, she puts a little rose cream on her cheeks to make them stand out even more. Kay also said that Catherine's lifted and full eyebrows, which didn't look like they were built up, were another big talking point of the night. Kate seems to have built up her brows with a soft pencil to get a laminated look, and then brushed on powder to give them more depth. Kate also got rid of her matte makeup and wore dewy skin. Her lips had a light shimmer to them. The princess turned 40 on January 9, 2022. With the start of a new decade, the princess's makeup routine changed again. William and Kate became Prince and Princess of Wales in September of that year. After Queen Elizabeth II died, the princess had to take on a new title and task, which seemed to have an effect on her style as well. Catherine has found a smart balance between glamour and making her natural features stand out since then. She usually puts on a light makeup and adds blush and bronzer as needed to make her face stand out. She's also very good at putting on eye makeup. She got rid of the heavy eyeliner a long time ago and now uses a light brown shade that she blurs out to give her under eyes a dramatic look. For some reason, she still loves putting liner on top of her eyes and makeup. Catherine still likes her eyebrows to be defined, but she doesn't go overboard and doesn't wear makeup. She also doesn't get spray tans anymore, at least not for public events. At the end of 2022, Princess Catherine and Prince William go to Boston. I think the Earthshot solutions you've seen tonight show that we can solve the world's biggest problems. That's where they were to host the second Earthshot Prize. Wore a green dress. She also wore an emerald choker that Princess Diana did a lot of work with. That night, Catherine's makeup also got some attention. Catherine skipped her usual light makeup and went for a bold eye lift instead. She used a deep brown shadow that went past the corners of her eyes to make a smoky statement. She then used a liner to finish the look. Catherine doesn't often wear such a wide, bold eye makeup, and she seemed to get some compliments on it. A piece on Pop Sugar called "Is It Just Us, or Is Kate Middleton Taking Bolder Beauty Risks?" was written about her Boston makeup look. Catherine did something brave for this event which was out of her comfort zone. A lifted smoky eye is a smart way to make your eyes look younger and more raised, and Catherine's Earthshot look did just that. Princess Catherine often lets people know what she's doing by the way she dresses and does her makeup. She will make it more dramatic if it's a big event, but she will tone it down if it's work-related to keep the attention on the job hand. This was clear when she brought her Shaping Us program to the National Portage Association in September 2023 to talk about how important it is for kids to grow early on. Catherine pulled her hair back instead of letting it hang loose in long curls. She wore flats, black pants with no pattern, and a red jacket, a royal look that isn't too flashy. How Catherine looked was the clearest sign that this was all work and no play. She put on a barely there foundation, blush in a pale pink color, eyebrow pencil, and very little eye makeup. Kate kept her lips natural because she didn't wear any lip products very often. Kate is known for her natural makeup look that shows off her beautiful glowy skin with a darker eye and a natural pink lip, said Sarah Egan, a makeup artist. As the 2020s have gone by, Catherine has kept trying out different looks with very little makeup. Of course, it's not often that you see her with no makeup on at all. Kate has started putting on very little makeup instead for events. Also, look at those young people together. This is wonderful. By 2025, Princess Catherine had made her makeup look very unique. At royal events like the March 2025 Commonwealth Day service or the Saint later that month at a St. Patrick's Day parade, she showed signs of a new, but familiar, way of doing her makeup. She didn't follow any beauty trends for these events. Instead, she stuck to a routine that was both elegant and flattering. She showed off her beautiful skin, which had a paler natural tone than it did when everybody used spray tans. However, the princess did add some color with a warm golden blush. Her love of bold eye makeup has also stayed a part of her style. When she wears liner and thick lashes, she likes to use neutral, rich eyeshadows. It looks like she'll always love eyeliner that can be seen, and she uses a lot of mascara to make her look more dramatic. She even started putting on lip color, mostly in soft, peaky shades. And some people see Catherine's most recent change in her appearance as a sign of her future role in the British throne. Miranda Holder, a fashion expert, told Hello she has literally been rebranded to match her new level of authority as the Princess of Wales and her role as our future queen. The name change is for Catherine's whole style, but it also includes her makeup. She seems to have found a makeup look that works for her and shows how important she is to the company.